There we go. Welcome everyone to Breakfast Club. It's Wednesday morning. It's 8:30 and we are ready for midweek to kick off. They call Wednesdays hump day. I don't know. It's because we're probably going down towards the weekend now. But any case, so I'm really excited. This week, a lot of our personal development was, or in our team was about time management and how to master the skill of it. So I decided to find a video. Obviously, Jim Rohn is your go-to when you look at stuff like this. So this is about an 8-minute video. It's quite amazing. So sit back, take your tea, and I would love to hear what you guys think about this right after the video. So yeah, here we go.
So I want to give you a few things that might help you to get a handle on the management of time. Here's the first one. You run the day or it runs you. Part of the key to time management is just staying in charge. But here's what usually happens. We start something and we're in control. But as time starts to unfold, pretty soon we start losing control. You know, you start a business and you're running it. And pretty soon what? It's running you. You have to stop every once in a while and say, hold it. Who's in charge here? So here's a good phrase to jot down. Something will master and something will serve. That's the nature of life. That's just how it goes on this spinning planet of ours. Something will master and something will serve. And here's what you have to make sure you become: the master. You run the day. You run the business. You run the enterprise. You run the job. You stay in charge. Now, here's how you can stay in charge. Have your written set of goals with you at all times. Then prioritize your goals and decide which is important. Then constantly review your goals. Then have your goals match up to a good written game plan. The game plan that says, take it out of your head and put it down on paper. Then with game plan in hand, try to separate the majors from the minors. The really important things from the things you just have to do. And prioritize. Is this a major day or a minor day? And adjust your time accordingly. Is this a major conversation or a minor conversation? A lot of people don't do well, and here's why. They major in minor things. They spend too much time on things that don't count and too little time on things that should count. So you're about to pick up the phone and make a call. But before you do, decide, is this a major call? Is this a minor call? If it's a major call, it needs a little preparation. If it's a minor call, a few pleasantries will probably do. Hi, how are you? Tell a little joke, exchange some pleasantries. So a little evaluation will save you a lot of time. Major, minor. Next time management essential, don't mistake movement for achievement. You probably know some people around you who are just plain busy being busy. You've got to be busy being productive. It's easy to get faked out by being busy. Guy comes home at night, flops down in the easy chair, says, I've been going. But the real question is, doing what? I mean, it's the doing what. That's the real key, not the going. Some people are going, doing figure eights. They're not making much progress. Don't mistake movement for achievement. Evaluate the hours in your days and see if there's not a lot of wasted time in there that you could manage better. Do more with. The next key to good time management is good concentration. Focus. You've just got to zero in on the job at hand. Concentrate. Don't start your business day until you get to the business. I used to start my business day in the shower. I'm trying to compose a letter in the shower. The cobwebs haven't been cleared out yet. I'm not awake yet, and I'm trying to compose a letter. Found out it doesn't work. Wait till you get to the office to start your work. Wait until you get to work before you get to the work. Don't start your business day at the breakfast table. It's not good for the family. Here's another one. On the way to work, don't think about work. It's dangerous. There's a lot of cars out there on the highway. Can you imagine if everybody was driving to work thinking about work? It'd be a mess. Accidents everywhere. Here's what you've got to do. On the way to work, concentrate on the way. In the shower, concentrate on the shower. At the breakfast table, concentrate on the family. Wherever you are, be there. Don't be somewhere else. Give whatever you're doing the gift of attention. Give people the gift of attention. The gift of attention, concentration. Next time management essential, learn to say no. Boy, it's easy in a social society to just say yes, yes, yes too much, over-obligate yourself. Then it takes all those phone calls and all that time to back out of it and redo it. Don't say yes too quickly. Better to say, I don't know if I can make it, but I'll give you a call. Better to say you don't know than to say yes, yes, yes too quickly, trying to be nice and then having to back out. One of my colleagues has a good saying, don't let your mouth overload your back. Committing too soon, too quick, being too eager to please. Appreciate yourself, your time, appreciate your own limits. Know when your commitment to someone else will end up taking time away from yourself and from your family. Have self-appreciation for your special time alone and with those you love and those who love you. This is especially important for charity work, volunteer work as well. You can't immediately say yes to offers that sound prestigious. You can't immediately say yes to social functions, things that sound like a lot of fun. You've got to say maybe and take time to evaluate what's an important contribution to society and what'll just take time away from your ambitions and your family. Be eager to please yourself and your family. Don't be so eager to please everybody else. Appreciate your own limits. You don't have to fill up every second of the day. Take time to appreciate what you've accomplished. Take time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Your success should be a pleasure. Appreciating what you've got and what you've done and who you've become is important. It's an important component in fueling your future achievements. Just knowing that you've accomplished in one day what you laid out in your game plan. Just knowing that you finished all you started out to do that day. That's encouraging. And it's these little daily advantages that you're gaining that continue to fuel your achievement. Let's say you're figuring out tomorrow's game plan tonight, and tomorrow looks pretty light. So all you write down for tomorrow is cleanup day. You know, clean up all the little notes on your desk. Write all the thank you notes you haven't gotten around to writing all week. Take care of a few phone calls that keep getting shuffled from one day to the next. Nothing major, just minor stuff, but nonetheless, little stuff that keeps nagging on you until you get it done. So you spend your day in a cleanup mode. You file the notes, write the thank you cards, make the phone calls. Not a major day, but at the end of the day, you feel you've accomplished so much. Why? Because you've taken care of so many little details. The little details that can make a major difference. You feel like you've really achieved something during this day that started out to be so minor. Little achievements are just as important as big achievements. Why? Because you can't appreciate the big achievements without first appreciating the little ones.
Wow, guys, that was quite something. I'm gonna stop the share here so that we can see some faces if you guys look okay. I don't look very pretty in the mornings. But while I was listening to this, and I think time management is a big thing in life to to perfect. I don't think you can ever perfect it, but some of the things I wrote down here for myself that I'm actually going to put up on my wall is, am I busy or productive? Because I think sometimes I get so busy with things that you don't think about actually what you're doing, and then at the end of the day you weren't productive. Don't mistake movement for achievement. Zero in on and have the focus, and wait until in your office. So many times when I'm still in bed in the mornings, when I like just wake up, I immediately start thinking about what I have to do for the day, and I'm starting to run that to-do list through my mind, and that tires you out. So I really, really like that part. Give people the gift of attention. And I thought about literally last night, my one friend is getting a baby today. She's at the hospital, and last night we sat and I spent some time there, but I was constantly thinking about all the work I still have to do. So that wasn't giving her the gift of attention. So, focus on what you're busy with. Don't let your mouth load your back. Learn to say your no's, and appreciate your own time, and take time to appreciate what you have accomplished, is what I wrote down here. So, wat het vir julle uitgestaan? What was good for you? Wat was 'n bietjie by julle?
Ek gaan stil bly want ek wil graag hê die ander moet praat vir slag.
Ek sien LZ is ge-unmute. LZ, wil jy graag met ons deel?
Like so, yes. Just to what triggered me was when he said to take time to say no, or I will go back to you, not just say yes all the time. Don't be a people pleaser, but take time for yourself. I think that was one thing that he said now that really stood out for me, apart from all those things you just said, Amori.
Very, very true. And I think we overload ourselves constantly. We think we have to please others. And I don't think anyone takes time for themselves. I think you feel too guilty to take time for yourself, and just 10 minutes and read a book that you want to read, and just put everything down. I think especially if you become a mom or a dad.
I think it, and I love also that where he says be in the moment. If you're at breakfast, be at the breakfast. Don't be at the office already, or when you are driving. And I think, one of the things also that we tend to do, especially us that's working from home, is we don't cut. We just continuously still working, still doing things. And that is where I really think that you owe it to yourself to sometimes book a massage and just go and relax and recharge. And I think that is where the whole thing about getting up early, so that you have that quiet time for yourself, so that you can plan, and that you don't have that constant feeling of being overloaded, that you actually can get to the end of the day. I remember in the early days when I started, I still had the salon, and I had 3 small babies at home, and I was starting the Herbalife business, and I just felt overwhelmed. And I remember at that stage speaking to Alan Renz, and he said, you've got to just go to the mirror at the end of the day and say, well done for what you have done, and stop that thing in your own head that you're creating, that you're not good enough, and that you haven't achieved everything, and it's good, it's fine. And I think that is where, if you do that to-do list where you prioritize and you tick those things, you say, oh, it's done, it's done, it's done. That feeling of self-reward, I actually have done it. And simple things like I did eat my 3 good meals today. I had my shakes today. I kept to it. I did my exercise. Like, that's also part of your daily routine for us that's now working with people that want to really get to the clean eating. That even that is part of your goals for the day, and that feeling of reward, I actually have done it, I have achieved it, the little things also matter. And we tend to always be criticizing ourselves. Let's get the mindset of reward as well. You know, I loved Renee, who was saying, Tasha said earlier in the week, if you've done well with your exercise, buy yourself a new pair of exercise socks. Little things. Renee was talking about doing the breathing for 3 minutes, where you just get in touch with yourself again and just de-stress, because with what's going on and everything, we tend to not that. I think it's important to be calm at some times and just, you know, also chill.
Quiet the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Anyone else?
Just to add what you said about working from home, Elsa, it's I think it's important to set work hours and family or myself time, and stick to those times that you said, because it's so easy just to carry on, because I still do office work as well, even though I'm working from home at the moment, and it's just so easy just to sit behind the computer and just carry on and carry on and carry on. Yeah, you tend to.
Yeah, that's where he says you're overloading, your mouth is overloading your back.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're just saying, taking on another thing and another thing. Yeah.
Very true.
Okay.
I just want to add on what the last speaker was saying. It is true that we are all working from home. We really don't use the times of the office. We carry on and doing work until, especially me, sometimes I start at 6, I will end up at 10 o'clock in the evening, and forgetting about, I've got a family to attend to, and I think I need to work on that.
Yeah, so set your times, like, you know, where you say, right now, I'm cutting, you close those books, you switch off the laptop, and that is your time. And I think it's like I sometimes say to people, you know, when somebody tends to cheat, you know, like cheating with food, like they've got a trigger food, like sugar, chocolate or something. Then you say, okay, I have one cheat night. Like for us sometimes in business, I know Wednesday nights is my off night. So Wednesday nights, 4 or 5 o'clock, when I've seen my last customer, it's me time. It's my family's time. And so you must have that time out. It's like when you have a cheat evening with your food, you now have your own time, and you've got to, how can I say, not feel guilty. I remember actually Jim Rowan was in South Africa. And at that time, when I started the business and the kids were small, and this, when I was with them and busy with them, I felt guilty that I wasn't working. And when I was working, I felt guilty that I wasn't with the kids. And I was having this struggle with myself all the time. And we went to see him. He was here in South Africa in Durban. And I actually went to him and I said to him, what do I do with this guilt trip? You know, like with kids, a guilt trip is born. I don't know why that is. You know, like we feel guilty all the time that you haven't given them enough, and that you know, ons veg met onsself heel dit. And he said to me, you have to communicate with them like now, especially when you're in building mode with, sorry, we're talking almost more business now, but in the building mode where you're really focusing, that you say to them, listen, for this time, I'm going to be putting, you know, going to be very busy, but this is your reward. And then you have a reward for them. It doesn't matter how small they are, that it's their day. Like if they love a park party or whatever they like, and that's so then they have their reward also because you are busy. And the kleintjies was like, the boys were 3 and you know he was 5, something like that. And I came and I knew that they, you know, certain things that they loved. So but because in those days we used to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you know, it was like meetings all the time out of the house, you know, having to leave them. And it really worked. Like, it wasn't, you know how it is when you have to leave the house and hulle hang van jou en jy wil amper saam met hulle huil wanneer jy uit die deur uitstap. Anyway, but you know that they're fine and they just sleep within the next half an hour, but jy stap al uit en jou hart bly agter. Maar you know, that's just being a mom. You know, it's you know, so at the end of the day, when you see them grow up and you have the reward of, you know, your kids being well balanced and happy, you know, it's great. So, and I was a present mom. I was busy sometimes, but at least I was here. It's not like other people that left them at 7 o'clock at you know, at a care and pick them up drop them when it's dark and pick them up when it's dark. So again, we've got to look at the good side of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else that wants to join to share anything in regards to time or anything like that?
Karina?
Peter, yes?
A great book, I'm reading it now, is Boundaries. It's written by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. I will put it on the group as well.
Please.
I'm reading the Afrikaans version. We got it as a present, but it's a great book. It covers all aspects of life, and like your family, friends, married, children, how to set boundaries with your little kids, raise them with boundaries. It's really excellent book, and reading it now, I sometimes see the faults that or mistakes that we did with our kids, raising them, but at least now we can teach them how to raise their kids. but also in your work with yourself and with God, because He's the ultimate boundary setter. So I will thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. I would love to read that book, yeah. Okay, is daar nie enigiemand anders is nie? I think one last thing, a while back we went to just for like a couples touch-up session, like a marriage session at one of our pastors at the church, and we spoke about working very hard, and because my husband's also a very hard worker and he really invests a lot of time in what he does, and he said something really, really interesting where he said, God won't, you have to, he said, invest your time like you pay your tithe, or you give your tithe or 10%, and he says, give 10% of time to your God or your personal development or whatever, give a 10% to the family, 10% to this, 10% to this, and you have to divide your time like you would budget your money as well. And it was so interesting, and he said about in the Bible where it mentions that you will get all the splendor but without the toil if you're doing the right thing and if you're investing your time in the right places. So I think if you do your time investment properly, then the toil, die swoeg en die sweet sal nie altyd daar wees nie, but the splendor will be there. So that was just something that popped up in my mind that I just wanted to share with you guys. So from there, I quickly have a tip or two on just our healthy lifestyles, because obviously we are busy with our 10 days here. What's quite cool, I don't know if you know the app MyFitnessPal. I think a lot of us have spoken about it on the group. This is literally the PC version. I saw that this is quite easy for me to sometimes just do in the evenings, just to run through my day, and then just type in and have an idea of what to eat and not to eat and how the proteins work and so on. So this is very nice to see, and obviously all the Herbalife products are on it. And this, what's nice that Elsa, I know Elsa also does it when we do our meal plans or our meal prepping or the meal plans we give to you guys, we always make sure that we try to stay inside our calorie goals and our protein goals for the day. So this is just helping you to be a little bit more mindful of what you put in your body. And what I enjoy of some of my 10 days, they fill in their tracker for the day before the day starts. And I think that's genius because they have already set out their day. What I usually did is when I eat, I fill it in. And that's not clever because now at the end of the day, you're 300 calories over or whatever. But if you fill in what you are going to have for the day, it saves on time and it just helps your mind to go around or just to focus on it. And then I had to share this with you guys. This is so yummy. This is one of my favorite things to have. My little girl is a freak for this. I put it in for a lunchbox. She calls it a cookies. And it is net lekker. So if you sometimes like days like today, this is like the perfect lunch for a day for me. Like today, I make it like 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes. Some days I even make like a big flapjack if I don't have time to make a lot of small ones. But yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you guys.
Love
and dis lekker, né?
Baie lekker.
En jy kan mix
Dis my naweek treat daai.
Ja. En wat lekker is, you can add cinnamon, you can do it with your chocolate shake, you can do it with, I did it with a strawberry shake, it wasn't that good because it wasn't that flavorsome, but my vanilla.
The banana cream is very nice.
Ooh, banana cream, I haven't tried it with that one, but I can imagine, yeah. So definitely something to try if you haven't yet. And then after this, or what I have is like a very cool standing ab workout, which I thought I'd share with you guys. So if you guys want to stay a little bit longer, Elsa, dink jy ek moet die recording nou stop en die video van die workout net share of maar ek gaan obviously nou
ek dink is 'n klein bietjie, ek weet dit is bietjie laat vir my, maar ek wil die wat wil bly kan bly. Maar wil jy nie net vir ons die video share nie? Ek het nou ook iemand wat hier is, so ek sal nou nie self kan bly nie.
As ek die recording stop.
Ja, stop die recording en die wat wil saam oefen kan saam oefen as jy dit gou wil doen. Anders kan jy maar dit net share. Ek weet nie wat die ander sê nie.
Sorry. Dis hy. Ja, ek sal op die groepie share, but those who want to come join me for a lekker standing ab workout, it's quite a nice one. And then I will share it on the group as well. There we go. I just want to stop.